Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Too Good to Be True podcast. I'm your host, Pascal Mayala, and we got a lot to talk about sport this week for this podcast. So, the NBA came back yesterday. The NFL is in the free agent, and the NFL draft is coming soon. But first, they had to go to the NFL draft combine. The March Madness is pretty close, and the MLB are there in their spring training camp. So, right before we start this, I want to say this. Thank you very much to following my podcast, and I'm so grateful for all of y'all who are listening to my podcast, and I'm so grateful. And we can go further if we if actually if I still continue, because maybe one day I'll try. Maybe one day I'll try to do a YouTube channel. You'll never know. So stay tuned if you want to listen to my podcast, and so on and so forth. Now let's get into the topic. Like I said in my beginning of my podcast, the NBA just came back yesterday to the season, and we had 12 game, if I'm not mistaken. 12 game. Two main game were the Dallas Mavericks versus the Phoenix Sun, and the Lakers versus the Warriors. But before we talk about this topic, I just want to say this: that sometimes I'm not prepared. I don't have no paper with me. I just have my computer, my laptop, and no paper. I don't have no stats with me. I just report what it said. So don't blame me, people. But maybe in the future I will be prepared. But this time I wasn't that prepared. So let's start with this. Like I said, the NBA just started yesterday. We have two main game. The one I want to talk about most about is the one with the Phoenix versus the Mavericks. First of all, congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks winning 7 games in a row. But it's not about that, because it's overshadowed with one incident. So before the game started, the Phoenix Sun went to the pre-game warm-up. Kevin Durant ran on the court, and some two fans call Kevin Durant the B word. If you know what the B word is, I don't need to explain what is it. If you don't know, it's very complicated to explain. So, two Maverick fans called Kevin Durant the B word, and Kevin Durant heard it and tried to confront those two. I believe they're couples. If there are couples, which I think they are. If they are, they are. You can see in this video one fan tried to dab Kevin Durant, and he wasn't having it, and he's trying to confront the fan, and one fan tried to explain it to him. He didn't meant that. Maybe I don't know, his girlfriend, his wife, trying to just to talk to him, and the guy trying to talk to him. And thank God Kevin Durant did not ask the security to remove those two fans, because Kevin Durant is a class act. He just focus. His main focus is just basketball. So here's the quote from Kevin Durant. What he said about the fan calling the B word. This is from Legion Hoops on X, formerly Twitter. Here's what he said, and I quote: "They don't look at us as humans sometimes. When you get a chance to let a person know how you feel real quick, they'll backtrack. We're animals. We're circus act. We're entertainers to them instead of real people. That is from the quote from Kevin Durant. And I will say this, I applaud Kevin Durant because it could have gone badly. But reading his quote, I will say this. He's absolutely right. He is absolutely right. I mean, athletes are human at the end of the day. They have the same they bleed like us. They breathe like us. Their heart beats like us. They have the same they have problem like regular people. But even though celebrities and athletes are magnified, I'll be honest with you, they are under a microscope. By the end of the day, they're human. And I don't want to hear fans say, "Oh Pascal, Pascal, we pay our ticket to cheer our team, to boo boo the team." Yes, you can do that. Or you can hear a fan say, "Oh, we just pay a ticket. We can do what the hell we want. We can chant what the hell we want." No, you cannot chant what the hell you want. Uh, you can cheer your team. You can boo the team. But the one thing you cannot do is insult them and treat them like animal cage, or insult them calling the N word. Because this is not the first time we've seen this. We've seen it on others arenas, like in Utah when Russell Westbrook confronted a fan, or the time James Harden smacked one on the phone. I mean, there's limit, and I understand people will say, well, Pascal, but we pay our money, to boo the team. Yes, you can do that, but there are some limit on it. There's limit, and for you, the fan, who say, "Oh, we can do whatever we want." No, you cannot. You can't do what the hell you want. There's limit of it, and you have to respect the athlete. Imagine if I was a player. Actually, that's a bad example, but I would say this: imagine I was a fan, and I tried to insult, one of those players, calling the N word, calling him, monkey, even though I'm black. Yes, I am black. I'm very proud of. Even though I call the C word, the N word, and one of those players confronted me, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna ask the security to remove me off the court, and probably I'm gonna be banned from the arena. And possibly it could happen. So to me, you gotta. So I just want to say this: fans should respect the athlete because they are human, and at the same time, they are they have the same problem like us. They breathe like us, and so on and so forth. That's how I'm gonna say about that. So, like I said, congratulations to the Mavericks, and I think they want their 7 game win streak. Still, I think they're still in the playing, I believe. But I want to talk about something very interesting. And this we're talking about is college. It's called college football. If if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about the the new video game they're gonna be releasing. I don't know they're gonna release when they're gonna release, but they are releasing a game, and I want to say this: it's been like 10 years that the game did not came out, and I'll be honest with you, I never played college football video game. I'll be honest with you, I never I never played that game. Um, and I wish I played that game if I was in I wish I did play that game. I'll be honest with you. But forget about that. They're releasing the game, and I heard that they're gonna get paid 600 I believe it was $600, some $600 um about it, $600 for paying the athlete, the college athlete, to be part of the video game. And to me, I think is you could say, wait a minute, Pascal. They pay 600. Should should they should they uh, uh, um pay more than that? Well, I want to say this: yes, and no. But I heard that from I'm looking at a Bleacher Report that that the before we talk about the video game, before I continue talk about the video game, I will talk about the NCAA NIL rule. They say that uh, the NCAA NIL rule suspended after the federal judge issued injunction in lawsuit. So I was reading it before. I was like, why they're suspending it? Why they're suspending it? And we talking about that the suspend. Sorry, my bad. I'm just so tired. But they're talking about the NIL suspending uh uh the the NCAA tried to suspend, or the judge tried to suspend the NIL rule. I didn't understand, and I look at my Twitter. There was a quote from um on her X from the Twitter, from Nicole Uback. Excuse my her last name. Sometimes I will butcher people's name, but here what she said. She said that the NCAA statement on the preliminary injunction being granted, which means that the NCAA temporarily cannot enforce the rule around NIL in recruits. I'm like, what? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? It means that they can't the that the can I get can I recruit players? I don't know. Are we going back? I don't understand that, but it it said is the it said the rules that that the judge suspended the NIL, I probably don't understand. But if you can tell me who the fan people who listen to my podcast, you guys can tell me. But let's go back to the video game. Like I said, I think it's great. I think it's great that the players get paid, and it's gonna continue forward. But but there's some that people I don't think I'm trying to understand this. They say that they're gonna the EA Sport, yeah, EA Sports is gonna give $600 to players to appear in a video game. And to me, I'm like, that's good, but if it's enough, if it is enough for the athlete, the college athlete get paid $600. So I'm looking at Forbes, by the way. I'm trying to read the quote. So they said that EA Sport, a giant in college and professional sport video gaming, will give college football players $600 to appear in the upcoming EA Sport video game, that which is College Football 25. It's the first time that student athlete will be able to make profit of their name, image, and likeness for appearing in a video game. Which, like I said, the NIL. I don't have no problem with the NIL, but sometimes I'm a little bit concerned about the NIL. If it's about all the players or some players. So let me know if you want to follow me on Twitter, I will tell you later. If you can tell me if they're trying to pay all the student athletes or some of the big name marquee name in the college football, basketball. But let me know. But let's read more. Let's read more what Forbes said. So they said more than 11,300 college football players eligible to have their name appear in EA College Football 25 will also receive a copy of the game, valued at $70 if they opt into it. Which is great. They can have an option, which I love, by the way. Up to 85 college football players from 134 Division One school featured in the game will initially appear on the team roster in the game, which reportedly was set in July. By the way, thank God, it's gonna release in July. If athletes remain in the game for multiple editions, they will be paid annually to have their name appeared, which is good. I'll be honest with you, which is good that EA Sport trying to do that. Which you're trying to do that. Which, by the way, I'm glad that the EA Sport trying to pay the athlete, but at the same time, I'm a little bit concerned. Why I'm concerned about that? Because if you pay them $600, would will be enough? Do you think this money will be enough to feed the family? Because I will tell you this, because some of those this is my opinion, people. Some of them those athletes won't make it to the league. If you want to be honest, some of them will not be in the big league. Yeah, I know you got the USFL. I believe I believe the USFL. Yeah, and some of them will play in the CFL. It will go to Europe. And I just talk about football, but basketball also. Most of those kids will not be in the league. Most of those athletes will not make it to the NBA or the NFL. So I'm glad they're doing that, but I'm a little bit concerned. So I was still gonna keep my eye on it for more detail. And but like I said, I'm glad that the college football is 25 and will be back the video game. And also another reason. Actually, I will tell you this. Why? Also, what was the reason why the college football game, basketball football game, were never released after the this one the actually the college football game in 2014, and I believe the last time the college basketball game released. I'm gonna look at it right now in my research. Right now, I'm gonna look at it right now. Give me time. When was the last time that a college football game released? So the last time the college football released, I believe if I'm trying to find it. I'm gonna look at it right now. Yeah, it was in 2009. The last game came out. It was 2009. So and I think the reason why the those college football game, college basketball game, when were never released because their sale it sell poorly because people were playing an NBA at that time NBA Live and Madden NFL, and it outsold the college football game. Even though college football have is more popular than the I talk about the fan base, rabid fan base. So so I understand why they didn't um release another game until now. So those are my opinion of the college football game. And now I want to talk about what can I talk about? The MVP odd for the NBA. Who's in the conversation the MVP NBA MVP this season? So for this NBA MVP discussion, we have six or five. Actually, I will put 10. I'll put seven. So we have Jokic, Luka, Shea, Kawhi, Jason Tatum. People will put Sabonis, and I'll put Jalen Bronson. My bad. Those seven guys. So I want to see the MVP, NBA MVP odd. Who's in the Who's you think who think who's gonna win the MVP, and what's the odd for those players to win the MVP? Oh, you could put Giannis too, but I don't think Giannis is in the conversation. I think he is, but I don't think he's gonna be top five in my opinion. So if I'm trying to look at it right now, they said that Jokic is the odd favorite to win the MVP in minus 114. So this is on Fox Sport, the odd, and we have SGA from the Oklahoma City Thunder plus 210. Giannis 800 plus 850. Luca, sorry, Luca about 1100,000. Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard, and Jalen Bronson. Like I said, so to me, if Jokic, I don't think he cares about the MVP. So if he wins the MVP, he will be in considered in the discussion to be at the elite of the elite big man that we ever seen. Now, do you think Jokic is top five in the big man of the game? No, he got a long way to go. But do you think in this modern day he's the best big man in the game? Yes. If he wins another, let's say that let's think about this. If he Jokic win another MVP, where do you rank him in not the all time greats, but where do you rank him in this modern day game? Sorry, where do you rank him? Top five, top 10? Because I'll tell you, he's probably top 10 or top five. If he's top five, I will not complain. If he's top 10, I will not complain. The other man, like I said, is SGA, who probably gonna win this MVP. That's not my opinion, and I haven't decided yet. But Oklahoma City Thunder, they're in second place. Second place in the Western Conference. Second place. One game behind the Minnesota Timberwolves, which I'm surprised why Anthony Edwards is not in the MVP. So that's crazy. Let me tell you what, there were a surprise team coming out this season. I expect to be like, in my opinion, be in the 4 or 5 seed, but I did not expect that they're gonna be in number 2 seed. So, and it start with SGA and their coach and Sam Presti. So you gotta give credit to Sam Presti and knows how to build a young team, just like you built Kevin Durant. Sorry, like I said, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Serge Ibaka. Those 4 young players who brought the OKC to the final against the Heat in 2012. So I would say shout out to Sam Presti, shout out to the coach, shout out to SGA. Now, like the third ad is Giannis Antetokounmpo. They're the Bucks on what is it? They're like in like 3 seed. I don't know what's going on with the Bucks. I don't know what's going on. I'll be honest with you. And some of the blame you can blame Giannis, the coaching staff, and maybe Damian Lillard. But in fairness, I'm not gonna blame him at all. I'm not gonna blame him. But I don't think he should be in the MVP discussion. I know he's having a hell of a season. Personally, I don't think he should be in the MVP discussion. But even though they're in the 3rd seed, personally, I won't put him. Luka Doncic, Luka Magic, 7 win streak, this season, before the All Star and after. They're in the number 6 seed, right? So he can be in the discussion. I don't have no problem, but I think that what was holding back to me is like he was injured. Kyrie was playing. Kyrie was playing. He was injured. I mean, they were not established. Right now, I can tell you they were established now. So he should be in the MVP discussion. Jason Tatum. Wow. Jason Tatum should be in the MVP discussion. Look, the Boston Celtics, they're number 1 seed for a reason. They're the better team in the East. There's Boston, and there's the rest of the East. So Jason Tatum deserves to be in the discussion. Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers, they're in number 3 seed. Yes, the team, and yesterday they lost to OKC, and 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 also that made, just go back to the SGA, that put him up, or let's say it validated him more to be in the MVP discussion. If you know what I'm saying. So Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, yeah, they just lost one game, but he should be deserving. And finally, Jalen Brunson, the Nets, they're what? They're like what, number 4 seed, something like that. Yeah, 4 seed. Yeah, and he should be in the MVP discussion. But the problem I have is, don't you think that Tom Thibodeau trying to fatigue the roster, the starting five? And my question is for the Nets, if that, can you win a championship with Jalen Brunson as your number 1 option? If you're a Knicks fan, a New York Knicks fan, I know you're New York. They love the Knicks. They like their blue collar team. But let's be honest. Can you guys win with a championship with Jalen Brunson as your main guy? That's my question. With Jalen Brunson. So that's the MVP odd. And people say, why you didn't put Joel Embiid? Well, Joel Embiid is injured, so I'm not gonna put him out in it. Now let's check out the news today, and what we saw in the news for the NBA. Now, we have some breaking news a couple hours ago that the Miami Dolphins released Xavier Henry. I'm sorry, not Xavier Howard. My bad. Sorry. They released Xavier Howard from the Miami Dolphins, cornerback for the Miami Heat, and now we don't know where he's gonna go. I don't know why. I don't know why. Why he has been released? Maybe because he was injured. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the Miami Dolphin organization will explain that. But but he has been released. And another news that the Miami that the same team. Let's say also, man, the Dolphins also released linebacker Emmanuel Ugba from 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 the team. That's for the Dolphins. Now, according to an from a report, and there's a rumor I'm looking at. They say that the Raiders will doesn't believe. No, actually, it's about Devontae Adam. My bad. Sorry, I just bugged. It's about the Devontae Adam. So there's been rumors that they said that no one within the Raiders organization believes trading Devontae Adam to the Jets is even remotely possible. And I do believe that I don't think maybe he's gonna go to the Jets. I don't think so. With Antonio Pierce as the coach now, I think he will stay. But here's the other thing that has been said for Devontae Adam. They say that Adam had evaluated by the Raiders franchise on the field and in the locker room. He's part of the winning culture. He's part of the winning culture. New head coach Antonio Pierce want him on the team more than anything else. The Jets won't meet the asking price. So to me, it sounds like what they're saying is that the Jet don't have the price to trade him to go play with Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. So to me, it's going to be impossible, in my opinion, that who will be traded to the Jets. So I don't think he will play for the Jets. So I think for me, my personal thing to say that stay where the grass is green. Stay where the grass is green. Now there is some breaking news. Just go back to the NBA a little bit. Jordan Poole, who he was um the former point guard, shooting guard for the ex Golden State Warrior, now Washington Wizard. He was benched. He was benched during the game. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they were against the Wizard played. My bad. Sorry, against the Denver Nuggets, and and Jordan Poole coming out bench. I believe he has 18 points, uh, 18 points, one rebound, and one assist. Which he should be he should be in the bench, believe me. But we heard that Jordan Poole was unhappy to be benched by the Wizard, because 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 they paid them a ton of money, and when you pay a ton of money, it goes to your head, especially a young player like Jordan Poole. And he has been criticized. To be honest, he has been criticized this season. But I will advise Jordan Poole. You gotta be humble. Humble yourself. Because if you don't humble yourself, you're probably gonna be out of the league, and people will not respect you. So humble yourself first. I know the Wizards didn't don't have a perfect season, and I get that they are a rebuilding team. I'll be honest with you. Actually, they are a rebuilding team, and this and if Jordan Poole doesn't is not happy, you know, after trade will be released. Ask somebody to release you. But I will say this, Jordan Poole, just humble yourself. And this is why I don't like when young players do stuff like that. Because you get the bag and you think you're that top top dog of the team, or you can do what the hell you want. To me, you are pretty much disrespecting your teammate. You're disrespecting the game. So the only advice I would say is humble yourself. And the Wizard did a good job to bench him, because Jordan Poole is pretty much a bench guy in reality. Now, I want to talk about something else in the NHL, and also I want to talk about something um for the baseball, because I try to do all sports, and maybe I'm not going to talk about culture right now, but I'm trying my best to keep up with this 1 hour with this podcast. So I saw something with the Winnipeg Jet that the attendance, the ticket sale for the Winnipeg Jet game is pretty much low. It's pretty much low. Ticket sales low, and to me, this is a red flag concern for the Winnipeg Jet. Even though I look at the wins lost, and I'm gonna make that they're having a good season. I don't know where they rank. I'm gonna look at the ranking right now where they are. I'm gonna look at the rankings. I'll go to the NHL a little bit. I'll go to the website right now, to the NHL. Let's see where they rank. We're understanding where they rank. The Jets, the Winnipeg Jet, I know they're in the West, so they're in the West. So if you look at the Western Central, they're third. They're third in the West. And I mean in the West, yeah, in the Western, but but I don't understand why the I don't know why. Actually, that's the division. My bad. I look into the Western Conference. Where they are in the Western Conference, they're fourth. I mean, they're fourth. I don't understand how the Winnipeg Jet ticket sales is low. I don't understand. I don't understand why. And they're having a good season, and they have a better season than my Senators. But please, this is not about the Senators. Believe me. And also, just before I continue, talk about the. Actually, I'll talk about it now. Talk about it now. Just with a Winnipeg Jet, they're having a better season than I thought. The Winnipeg Jet are. Even though I don't follow hockey that much, but I would say this, that the ticket sale I don't understand. Before I talk about other topics, I just want to say this. Um, my condolences to the family of Talbot, the Talbot family. Talbot has died at 91 years old. He won five Stanley Cup with the Montreal Canadiens, which, by the way, um, I'm shocked. I mean, when you talk about hockey, you talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, his name is Jean-Guy Talbot. I use my French. Jean-Guy Talbot died at 91 years old. He won five Stanley Cup with the Montreal Canadiens. And my condolences, like I said, my condolences to the family, the Talbot family, losing a husband, maybe losing a father. I mean, winning five Stanley Cup. God damn. No wonder why the Montreal Canadiens are dynasty. I mean, my God. You can't talk about hockey without the Montreal Canadiens. I mean, that's unbelievable. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked about that. Now, let's go talk about the MLB. Like I said, the MLB they're in a spring training camp. Actually, training camp right now. It's already started. But before we actually, I'm not going to talk that much about baseball, but I want to talk about something was going on with the uniform, the baseball uniform, and I've seen a lot. I've seen it that the MLB Players Association are not happy with the uniform. Not just the uniform. I think just the uniform, and not just the player association or the president, but players are complaining too. Players are complaining about their uniform. Actually, about their uniform, about the pants, about everything. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when we talk about the NBA Nike jerseys right now. Right now, we're talking about those jerseys. And there's a lot of people who were complaining about their jerseys that there's now creativity. The yeah, the creativity. I mean, it's too bland. Remember that? Remember that year when they released the the NBA Nike NBA plus Nike uniform. What's it gonna look like? And everybody was excited. And maybe Nike will be more creative with for example, for the city jerseys. And what we saw is pretty much disappointed, which I understand, which I cannot complain with fans. I mean, I mean, and the NBA is like I said, it's a business. But we also have to be realistic. Some of those Nike jerseys, I talk about NBA, are not that good. And the same thing with the baseball jerseys. I just looking at a report right now from the USA Today that some of those players are complaining because the color of the jerseys and matching pants do not always match, and the new size letters on the back is not appealing for them and not appealing for the players and from the fan, according to the Athletic. And that Nike and Nike the Nike headquarters are very much concerned. And and you can, if I too bad I didn't do a YouTube channel, because if I show you this one, you're probably gonna say, holy shit, you're absolutely right. So there's a picture of Shohei Ohtani with the new member of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and there's a one quote from Jordan Ciccelli, who said that this looked less like a Dodgers uniform and more like a Spirit Halloween costume of Shohei Ohtani. He's talking about the Dodgers uniform. And you know what? I can't complain the players, because like I said, we talked about with the NBA, with Nike and the NBA, we have to talk about the same thing as for the for Nike in baseball. And this is a big concern for baseball, for the MLB, not, and for the fans also, because if they still continue doing that, the MLB Player Association will cut ties with Nike, because it's Nike who makes their uniform. If you don't know that, Nike, who are doing their uniform. So I don't complain about it. And just for no, I just want to read this tweet from, I think his name is Funzy. I don't know who he is, but if you know him, tell me. So he said that compare the 2023 jersey to 2024 jersey. He said that they're taking the curve name into an extreme this year. Imagine if Jerry Saltalamacchia was still playing, my man. Yeah, you can compare those jerseys. I mean, this is bad. This is bad. This is very bad. So I don't complain the the players, how they feel. I don't complain one bit what they're saying. Now we have 6 minutes left before the end of the podcast. Tonight's game for the NBA and the NBA. Let me look at the schedule for the NBA. I know there's a lot of games. Let me look at it just before. And there's a lot of college. I know there's a lot of college sports right now. So we have the Cavs versus the Sixers for people who are interested. The Raptors versus the Hawks. Clippers versus the Grizzlies, Heat versus the Pelicans, the Suns versus the Houston, Wizards versus OKC, the Bucks versus the Timberwolves, the Hornets versus the Golden State Warrior, the Nuggets versus the Trailblazers, Spurs versus the Lakers, and that's it. Those are those game. Those are those games gonna happen tonight in the United States, in North America, and Europe. We had to wait. We had to wake up like 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the game. So I know it's very tired, but also they have NC the men basketball game. I believe Houston versus Baylor, Washington versus Arizona, Alabama versus Kentucky. Those are the probably the men's basketball game. Now before we go, because and I want to, you know what, I wanted to talk about it just briefly. And I think that the men basketball are dying, and that the women basketball are on the rise. I mean, and I think the reason why that nobody knows those players in the men basketball college. You have to wait until March Madness to know them very well. In the women basketball, I talk about college. They're more exciting, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I am more excited watching the women basketball than the men basketball. So this is my thing about the uh, college basketball for the men and for the women, and I will applaud for the women basketball because I know March Madness is in Minnesota, and they already outsold the tickets for the game in March. So I'm pretty much proud. I'll be honest with you, and just pick it back a little bit because I don't have much time, but I will talk about next maybe tomorrow about the college basketball, but just a little brief. There's more storyline on the women basketball than the man basketball. So this is all I'm about to say about that. Just that small a preview for that. Now, if you really, I know this show is gonna be an end, and I would say this. Thank you very much to listen to my podcast. If you want to follow me on my social media, follow me on Twitter, X formerly Twitter, Belly versus PMM. On Twitter, I'm sorry, not on Twitter, but on Instagram, Pascal underscore Mayala underscore 15. Same thing on Threads. And I just want to say for the for this just for the news, because I didn't say that in the beginning of the show. For the big news that I am in 1 week vacation from college. Yeah, I do have that one small vacation. So we're gonna do like a week of my podcast, So you'll find me from like Saturday. Well, let's say Saturday night over there to Monday morning in here in France. So it's a 1 week. So I hope everybody enjoyed my podcast. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, people.